Hi, I'm the Lockpicking Cuber, and I'm very excited because what I have here is a DanLock puzzle, which has come to me all the way from Israel. At least I think it's a DanLock puzzle. Pretty sure it is. So the DanLock is the final one of the Feldman son and father pair puzzles that I haven't yet solved. Actually, it was the first of the puzzles that they made, obviously made by Dan Feldman, who is Boaz Feldman's father. Let's see if I can get into this. Alright, there we go. So we have a little DanLock card with some instructions. Goal: open the lock, then put all the pieces back in their original positions. Do not use force or any external tool. Use just the lock and the provided keys. Not even the metal ring that holds the two broken parts. Neither the DanLock's bag. Okay, so the bag is not part of the solution. And nor, I guess, is the key ring. Ooh, okay, this is exciting. So, as with, I think, all the other Feldman puzzles, it's a nabob padlock that's been modified. There we go, DanLock. Beautiful and solid, as always. And this time, we have one key which is attached to the shackle, and we have another key in two pieces. Now, not even the metal ring. Okay, so we're not allowed to use the metal ring, but I assume that doesn't mean I can't take this off the metal ring, right? Okay, so I'm going to start by doing that. We're going to get the two pieces of this key off this metal ring. This is exciting. I'm picturing myself putting that into the keyway and it getting stuck there forever, so I will probably try not to do that. I'm just going to take this ring off. Okay, so if I assume this ring has done its job now, as per the instructions, I can get rid of that. All right, so what have we got? We've got a padlock. I can see some pins down there in the keyway. It looks like a pretty standard padlock with what I assume is its key attached to the shackle here. The shackle is stainless steel, and I guess it's all one piece. Doesn't seem very likely that you're going to be able to open it up, by twisting it or anything like that. So now we're left with this. So what have we got? We've got what I guess was once one key, yeah. And I mean, there's a little hole here, but that was what the keyring went through, so probably we can ignore that. I really want to put this in, but then how will I ever get it out again? Do not use any force or any external tool. Yeah, I guess the point is, it's not just that you don't need to use the ring, you're not allowed to use the ring. Because I was thinking I could put that in and then use the little ring to sort of as a key extractor, but you're not meant to do that. At some point, I guess I'm going to have to bite the bullet and push this in all the way unless something else occurs to me, but let's just see. That obviously isn't going to go in very far at all. Other way around, it does go in. Oh yeah, I see, that's the way you'd expect it to go in. So it does go in up to the sort of shoulder here. But not surprisingly, because it doesn't even reach the first pin, it does not open it. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm basically just procrastinating putting this into the keyway at the moment. Before I do that, I just want to see if there's anything else I ought to be noticing. Having solved their other puzzles, I'm well aware that things can be hidden almost in plain sight, so let's just look very carefully. Bob, Israel, yeah, okay. All right, am I going to do it? I mean, they're not going to make a puzzle that you can completely destroy by just doing the obvious thing, are they? Oh, I hope not. I mean, if I put this in, well, hang on. Here's a thing I should check. Is this the same bitting as this key? No, it isn't. Okay, that's extra intimidating then. You can see they're just a little bit different down at the end there, which means if this is the right key, I mean, no reason to suppose it's not, but if it is, then this is the wrong key, which means putting it in isn't going to do me much good. On the other hand, if this is the right key and that's the wrong key, then maybe this is okay. I'm just thinking, you know, if I, which obviously I can't, but if I glued these together, would it open the lock? Don't know. What happens if I put this in? Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take a chance that I'm destroying this rather expensive puzzle by pushing this in. Oh my god. Oh, this feels very regrettable now. Okay, it's all the way in, and yeah, it doesn't open. And that is really stuck in there now. Have I just completely destroyed this? Oh, I hope not. Alright, well if I get completely stuck I can use an actual key extractor to pull it out. But let's see. Pushing this in, it's gone as far as it will go. Moving the shackle is not moving the key. I didn't think of shaking it. If I can just whack it to get it out now, no, I guess not. It's going to be caught in by the springs behind the pins, right? Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Right. Well, that's peculiar. Okay, so I've opened it, but then you have to put all the pieces back. And all I can think is that by banging it, I pushed the end of the key down a little farther. Or maybe I pushed it up this way, back up this way a little bit. I guess it was just about shifting it in, the broken piece of key into the right position relative to the pins. But now what? I mean, we can turn this basically. Okay, so whatever I've done, the little piece of key is in there, setting all the pins correctly to the shear line, so the lock will open. You could turn it basically using anything, even a fingernail probably, if I could get it in there. Yeah, there we go. The question is, how am I going to get that bit of key out now? Well, this is interesting. This is very interesting. The bolt that holds the shackle in place has this notch cut into it. Can you see that? You can probably see it. There you go. And I mean, I can see the shape of it is very interesting, and it makes me wonder if I'm meant to put something in there. I don't know why. Sort of turn this or something. What that had to do with it? I mean, the truth is I can see. Let's see if I can line it up so you can see. I can see light through the keyway, which means I'm looking out this end. Oh yeah. Can you see that? I can't quite line it up. There we go. So you can see through. So we're getting all the way through from this end to that end, which means, I don't know what it means. Well, why have I got this? This is locked, right? So let's unlock it again and watch what happens as we turn that. Okay. Yeah. So it's sort of spool-shaped, actually, this locking mechanism, which I don't think is usual, so that makes me think there's some purpose to that shape. This is very cool, by the way, because all of their other puzzles, the puzzle is getting it open. Once you've got it open, you're done. I think this is the first time with a Feldman puzzle that I've had to struggle then to get it back together again. But this, I mean, it almost seems impossible, right? Obviously, again, I could stick something in there, a wire or something, or a key extractor and pull the end of the key out, but that obviously is very much cheating, so I'm not going to do it. But I am fascinated by this. Just make sure you can see what's happening there. You see this sort of spool shape turning around there, which locks onto this notch in the keyway. What if I put this end in here? What difference is that going to make? I don't know. I'm just thinking this happens to be the same thickness as this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, and there is no locking mechanism on this side, so there is no reason for this to be... Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to open up? Can I just unscrew this, maybe? No, okay, I'm going to try putting this in there and then locking it. I don't know why, but no, it doesn't want to. So there is definitely something happening down this hole. Can't quite see what it is that's happening. There's a sort of there's a little hole in the hole that goes in that way. I just wonder if I went to sort of push something in there. But the only things I could push in there would be this key and this shackle, and none of them worked. Try this. All right, so I mean, it seems pretty clear to me the goal is to get this broken piece of key out. That's the only thing that can make any sense, because once you've done that, it should be pretty straightforward. How do we get that broken piece of key out? Well, it's being held in place by the springs that are behind the pins. So basically friction. That means really what we want to be able to do is push down on it from above. And we've got this sort of locking bolt, which clearly has some sort of connection to the core here, and has this interesting spool or barrel shape. And I can see all the way down this crack. There's also this slot cut into it. You can see down into the keyway, which means if I had a very thin piece of metal, I could just push it down that and pop the key out. So that would be quite straightforward. But since I'm very much not allowed to use any external tools, that isn't going to work. Now if I unlock it, then the base of the spool means I no longer get access, can no longer see, I think. Yeah, there's no chink of light available there anymore. But does it mean I can push? very suspicious. Right, this really looks like this piece is meant to come out of here. Am I just, or maybe I'm turning it the wrong way. Oh, of course I was turning it the wrong way. What an idiot. It's, there we go, look at that. No need for an external tool, you see, because you have this internal tool. Right now I actually need this to be locked, I think, because then we can... Oh, look at this. Now it all makes sense, right? Because now this explains why we have this crack in here. I can push this tool down here, and then pop, out comes the rest of the key. Lovely. Now, does this key actually work, I wonder? No, it doesn't. Not surprising, given that it has different bitting. What is the point of this key? It's just to distract you. But wait. No, I'm not done, because now this is locked. I can't get the shackle back in. Oh wait, I can just turn it, can I? No, because I don't have the key in there anymore. What? Alright, this is a very clever puzzle. Extremely clever. What am I meant to do? Upside down. Oh, it does. But it doesn't work. Right way up or upside down. It's interesting though that it goes in upside down even. What do I do with that? Well, this is just devilishly clever. Right, something different then. So maybe I have to put this back in again. I know how to get it out, so I'm moderately safe pushing it in. The problem I have is, oh, actually this is good because now I can figure out how I got it open in the first place. Yeah, that wasn't quite right there, was it? What did I do that made this open then? Pull it back down again. Well, that is interesting. It's moved downwards, but it was in quite deep. Does it need to be sort of shifted in a direction? Wow, this is mind-blowing. What have you done to me, Dan Feldman? This key, I mean, it's got to do something, right? What's the point of it otherwise? Oh, that's a good noise. And the wrong way around. Let's see how this is going to help. Ooh. All right. Okay, so Well, that's just too clever, isn't it? So, oh, there it is. Right. So now I understand every step except the first step. So now I need to go back and do the first step again. So we're going to put this back in here. Oh, I have to turn it anti-clockwise. And then this, oops, wait, yeah, this goes in there. And now we should be able to lock this by putting the key in upside down most of the way. Wait, that wasn't upside down. This is upside down, right? There we go. All right. Now it's back to the beginning, except this key isn't on the shackle anymore, so it's not quite the beginning, but this gives me my chance to figure out how I got this open, how I did for step one. So step one involves pushing this in here. Sort of pops out under the spring tension from the pins. Oh. Okay. So whacking it wasn't necessary. I guess it just needs quite precise placement against those pins. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. Okay, so then we get that open. Then we get... It's still instinctively turned the wrong way. We get the tool out. Now we relock the lock so that we get access to this spool thing, which means we can push the key out. Key is out. Now we put this key in upside down most of the way. Oh, wait a minute, is this still going to help me? How am I going to get this key on the shackle? Well, let's just see. I feel like there's maybe still one last step to get it all the way back to the beginning. Why isn't this working now? It's the right way. No, it's definitely upside down. There we go. Well, precision required on this puzzle, really. Okay, so now I don't understand how to get it back to its original state. Well, let's see. Put that back in there. Turned it the correct way this time. It's progress. Put this in here. No. In here with this on it, of course, that's the point. And now somehow I have to lock it. Oh. Oh, okay. There we go. Yay, and it's back to the start state. Wow. Okay. I have to say, that is definitely the best lock puzzle that I've ever done. All those steps, everything has a purpose. The two keys are both necessary. There's this kind of logical process you have to go through to figure out what to do. That's just brilliant. That is genius. I love it. You just go through and make sure I can solve it one more time from start to finish. So we put that in. We just have to get it into exactly the right position. Right, it's become easier now. Undo the little tool to lock the lock again. Step 2, step 3 is locking up the lock. Push this through here to get the key out. Put this back together. Oops. We put this. Oh no, we have to unlock it using the real key. which again requires very precise placement. Can I get this back? This should be easy, shouldn't it? Oh, suddenly it's easy. Something to do with the position of the... I don't think that's part of the puzzle. I think I'm just hitting up against some tolerances or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is part of the puzzle. I don't know. Anyway, the next step is now easy actually, right? We just lock everything back up and then we just turn this to lock it. There we go. So there's something I don't quite understand. I feel like either there's a sort of tolerance issue, or you're supposed to use gravity in some way, whacking it or tipping it or something for that final step of locking it back up with this key. But yeah, otherwise, best puzzle lock ever. All right, so that was Dan Feldman's DanLock, which I think is absolutely amazing. Boas Feldman's lock puzzles have all been great as well, really good fun and ingenious, but this one, yeah, it's the daddy of them all, in more ways than one. So yeah, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed watching me solve in both directions this puzzle. And if you like this content and would like to see more like it, then please do hit that subscribe button. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.